Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Box to Box Football. Me and James here, ready to have another conversation about something potentially interesting, bit of news that came out very, very recently over the last couple of days. So according to Rob Dawson, as per ESPN, Pep Guardiola does not expect to sign a new Manchester City contract when his current deal in 2025 ends. Now, a couple of things, James. First of all, happy, are you? Well, I think everybody Premier League based should be pretty happy. Let's be real, because somebody might actually have a shot at winning it. That's not Man City. First question though, James. Believe that news? I believe by that point, right, we're gonna be up to 10 years, right? At that point, I think.
Damn, is it gonna be 10 years? Yes.
So.
No, it'll be like 9 years.
9 years.
It'll be nine. Yeah, it'll be 9 seasons. And I go by the fact of how many Premier League titles he wins, how many times he's lost it.
Insane.
It's crazy. Yeah. So 2 more seasons of it. Do I believe it? I think Pep loves City, Jack.
So do I. And James, I think he has everything he could possibly want. Everything.
And Jack, the maddest thing about this whole City thing is that when people think about Pep, they always think about Barcelona and the great Barcelona team. I think slowly but surely, Barcelona might be the second phase. And people may recognize Pep for his job at Manchester City over the job that he did at Barcelona, which is crazy to think, but he's did so much in that time, Jack. What? He's done the Centurion 100 points. Yeah, he's won a domestic treble. He's won a he's won a treble with including the Champions League. He's won 3 Premier Leagues in a row, Jack. Yeah. He's won 4 League Cups in a row, and could make it 4 or 5. Like, by the time he ends, Man City might be his main job.
Well, and his press conference, I always love watching press conferences of managers, and I recommend anybody who finds any particular manager characters kind of interesting, watch press conferences. You get a lot of character, unedited, right? You've seen the whole thing. You've seen how they react to questions, the relationships they have with the reporters. Very, very interesting. They said to Pep, like, you know, what are your thoughts? You've just won the Champions League with Man City. Surely this is a weight off. And he goes, these owners would have, if they were any other owners, would have fired me by now, because I haven't achieved what I should have achieved. They would have fired me and let me go. They wouldn't have been a part of this project. From the years where I lost in finals and the times I didn't do what I should have done, I wouldn't be here. The only reason we're here right now is because of the owners. Mm-hmm. I think he looks at his situation right now. I'm sure he's being paid absolutely fine, officially and probably unofficially under the table as well. He gets access to the kind of caliber of players that he wants as well. He has total freedom to express himself in a footballing way. We know what he wants to achieve in that standpoint. Go ahead.
Jack, I'll ask you this quick question. In your opinion, has Pep overachieved or underachieved in Manchester City?
I think domestically overachieved in terms of the Premier League. I'm
talking about overall. I'm talking about overall.
Overall, I'm still gonna say, oh man, how many years has he been there now?
7. This is completely 7th season.
I'm still gonna say that 1 Champions League. I know this sounds mad, but I'm still gonna say 1 Champions League is not good enough.
Jack, I'm the complete opposite. I think he's overachieved beyond belief.
Premier League, I think he's overachieved. I would say with that for sure.
But Jack, I feel like it's so hard to win the Champions League, but just his whole body of work in Manchester City. Champions League has validated everything for a lot of people. But
James,
to do what he did, historians, the double,
but that's all domestic. That's all domestic. All that stuff, I'm agreeing with you. I think he's overachieved.
But Jack, Champions League's only one compared to one competition compared to the 4 that they play.
And that's fine. But James, I thought it was Pep Guardiola. I thought this was like the best manager we've ever seen. Like, you tell me it's the biggest tournament.
Is Sir Alex Ferguson the best manager we've ever seen?
Sorry?
Is Sir Alex Ferguson the greatest manager we've ever seen?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, fair enough.
No, I don't think so. But I think he's definitely overachieved domestically. I don't think anybody would have the 3-peat in terms of a Premier League challenge, especially with Liverpool and Klopp and kind of fending them off. Unbelievably impressive as well. Ask James, Arsenal at a time and how good they were for 30 plus game weeks. insane that he's been able to fight them off as well. What I do want to ask though, James, the Manchester City hierarchy have a very, very difficult task coming up here. Because how do you follow the guy that's been as good as he's been, right? And first of all, is that a poison chalice? Second of all, I want to ask, obviously, who are some candidates you're thinking of? You and I believe both have 3. I think we're probably going to have at least one the same, but I don't know about those other 2. But first of all, poison chalice or somebody to just take the reins and continue business as usual?
I believe that Manchester City are going to go through a big, big dip in the loss of identity once Guardiola does leave. Because I feel like the job Jackie's done, it's not just the football. It's the standard of every single season. It's the expectations knowing that we win this, we're going to go again. They won the treble, Jack, last season. They're going to go again. They're going to go again. They're going to go again. That's the standard. And like we've seen that with Roberto Mancini there. They won the league. They didn't have the next step next season. Even it was Pellegrini the season after. They won the league and the League Cup. They didn't have they couldn't go again, Jack.
Yeah.
Guardiola's been able to get this team going on and on and on. And do I think that another manager can come in? I think it's going to come close to like Sir Alex Ferguson leaving United. Now, granted, we all know, I think Alex Ferguson's overall pull for Manchester United was 10 times bigger, but you know the way how it was almost like an impossible act? I feel like the next manager, it's an impossible act to follow him. So what are you going to do? This guy won us this. Can you do that? Can you play the football that he played? Can you get us to that standard? Can you make the whole Premier League and even the whole Europe fear you the way he did? I don't think that's possible, Jack.
So let me ask you, you're a historian, right? You're educated in this topic, right? You know what you're talking about. Manchester City call you and go, James, we need your advice. Who's the guy that you're picking up the phone to first in that 2025 off season to be taken over from Pep Guardiola? Who's that guy? Because I do think of the 3, I think we're both going to agree on one.
To me, well, at this moment of time, depending on what he achieves with the team he's at right now, which is my team, it's Mikel Arteta, Jack.
That's the one
that is the only one. That's the only one that springs to mind. I can't think of anyone. Would Javi want to? No, Javi don't.
No.
And no, there's no one there. I think Arteta seems to be the only one that springs to mind. But Jack, I'm going to be truthfully honest. Does Arteta want to go there? And is it a bigger move for him? Because as great as Guardiola is there, I don't think it's a bigger move for Arteta to leave us and go to City. That's just me.
Well, again, I think it goes back to difficulty, doesn't it? And again, you know my drawbacks on Pep Guardiola. I think Pep is the perfect do more with more guy. I think if you give Pep all the talent in the world, he will produce the best thing going. I don't think that's up for debate. But James, I will tell you that I'm not overly impressed of okay, the Champions League, unreal, but winning a league title at Barca is okay. Winning a league title at Bayern, yeah, okay. Winning a league title at Man City, yeah, okay. I don't really see at any point where Pep has been fully challenged in a role. I've not. A lot of great managers, you can look at clubs where you've gone, how the hell was he able to do that with that team? Whereas with Pep, you look at teams that should be there or thereabouts. That's always been my drawback. Arteta, what would mean more to Arteta? Winning a Premier League with Man City after they've already won 5 in a row, or winning Arsenal's first one in, I mean, you'd be able to tell me how long that would be.
Well, it's coming, Jack. It's going to be 20 years soon. Next year we'll make it 20.
I'm just saying one's going to be more valuable than the other. And I think that Mikel Arteta, slowly but surely, this season, obviously the way it ended was a shame, but there were points during the middle of this season where that relationship between Arteta and these Arsenal fans and the whole club was looking really, really nice. And maybe he wants to build a dynasty of his own.
Well, you got to get the job done first.
That's true.
Get the job done first.
So again, that's the one that we agree on. I had 2 other ones. My last one's a bit of a wild card, I'm not going to lie, and I'm interested to see what you think. But my second one, James, Luis Enrique, right? Barcelona, treble. I'd imagine there'd be some similar principles of play there, no?
Luis Enrique is a bit of a mad one because, yeah, I get it. We're looking over the Barcelona, who was the Barcelona one after Pep, and he was the one that was successful after Pep. Enrique kind of lost the sauce a little bit. I don't know. His time at Spain didn't really feel special, but maybe the fact that I looked at Spain win 3 titles in a row, win the Euros twice and in the World Cup in that time, and they really did not play and did not achieve what the old Spanish team did achieve. And Enrique overall, I don't think he is available now. Teams ain't going crazy to bring him in. Chelsea didn't bring him in. Tottenham didn't bring him in.
If reports are to be believed, he's turning them down. To be fair, the meetings are taking place, and he's the one going. You know what? I don't like.
I heard the opposite. I heard he wanted the Chelsea job, and Chelsea wanted to wait at a certain time. I don't know.
Okay, I'm going to hit you with my wild card, and then obviously I want to hear your third one too. James, the team's done very, very well coming up out of the Championship, and that's managed by Vincent Kompany, who is also, I know, Ange Postecoglou's obviously been hired for Spurs now. But he was linked with Spurs too, and the job that he's done at Burnley, knows the club, loved at the club. Can Vincent Kompany do that job, or is it a bit of a step too far?
Jack, that is not a wild card. Leave Arteta alone. He's the number 1 man. No, Jack. Yeah, it has to make sense romantically. Yeah, it really has to make sense. Yeah, and granted, Arteta, you look at Pep, this and that, but what is Manchester City? How did Manchester City become who they become? People look at Pep. No, there was a Manchester City before that. It was a Manchester City who tried to make it before that.
Right.
And 2008, 9, 10, 11, Vincent Kompany was there. Yep. Vincent Kompany is Manchester City. He is, when people think who's Manchester's greatest captain, it's Vincent Kompany. And then, Jack, you look at this style. The style makes sense. The way he's been able to play with Burnley, Jack, he's playing out from the back in the Championship.
Yeah,
like he's the only team that manages to play that style. Not just play that style, Jack. They played that style and they smashed every team in the Championship. My only thing for Vincent Kompany is that can he maintain a level? Yeah. And then can he fend off the rest of the suitors? Because if you're still coaching at a high level, you've seen the links with Tottenham. Right. You've seen the links with other sort of teams. People are going to want to come and try and get him. And is he going to be willing to be patient, and maybe take off and reject other offers from big teams, get that Man City team in 2 years?
I think that if he can keep Burnley up the first year, and then if he can do kind of a Brighton, Brentford, Fulham type thing, maybe the year after, and we're looking at kind of a wow, like, oh my God, there's kind of a mid to Burnley. Isn't this the team Sean Dyche, man? Like, if he can get that kind of thing going, then I think those are the things. What I think we do know is Man City are a weaker team. All 3 of those managers that I suggested, that we've suggested, are weaker than Pep Guardiola, and it does make for a more competitive Premier League when he does leave. As great as it's been to have him, I'm kind of glad that maybe it's coming to the end in the next couple of years.
Jack, if I had a chance to have him to go right now, so my team can have an opportunity, I would. But the best thing, you know what? The cool thing about sport, in my eyes, what makes sports good is when you have a dragon.
Yeah.
Slaying the dragon is one of the best feelings. You look at, I watch tennis right now. Beating, obviously Federer's gone right now, but beating Djokovic and Nadal is the big thing. Those are the dragons. Let's slay the dragons. In tennis, in boxing, you have the main fighters there. Can you slay Tyson Fury, Canelo? You have that dragon. Can you slay the dragon? Man City had this dragon right now. We need to find a way to take him down. And I say as we, all 19 clubs, we need to take him down. Mm-hmm. Don't let him leave on his own terms because they let Sir Alex Ferguson leave on his own terms. Yeah. They let Sir Alex Ferguson leave with a title and said, haha, you guys can't cope with me.
Yep.
They can't let Guardiola leave with a title because he then officially has made a mockery of the Premier League. Yeah. If he leaves with 2 more titles to his name, Jack, 7 in 9 years.
Oh, it's insane. He has made a mockery of the league.
What are you going to say to him?
Yeah,
that's his league. Guardiola league now with Ferguson.
All I want is that if he does come to Italy, that he doesn't go to Juve. That's all I'm hoping for. That's all I'm hoping.
They won 9 in a row. They might win 10.
Oh, man. Insane.
Don't play with them. Play with them.
Let us know what you think. First of all, do you believe that it might be the end in 2025 for Pep Guardiola and this Man City relationship? But also, who would you pick to potentially replace him? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section. And until next time, me and James will see you.